Ever wonder what it's like to attend a choir rehearsal on Zoom? Ever wonder what it takes to create a choir music video? I'm Katie Seiferth, and with the help of Izzy Hyman, we're going to show you how. First, let's look at a choir Zoom rehearsal. We warm up our voice and do vocal exercises together. We learn our parts by following along with sheet music and vocal tracks.
Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
We also learn our parts by our music director playing them out on her piano so we can sing along. Doo-doo, 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 oh. We love to sing along to other music videos. And make sure to have time to connect. So how did that feel? That kind of helped Linda?
That's much better.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Good, good.
You make me cry. I mean,
Yeah.
we make me cry doing
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah. Now let's learn what it takes to create a choir music video. This is a storyboard that I created to give to Izzy Hyman so that he knows how I want the music video created. This obviously is our title page, and notice at the top I include notes for Izzy in blue. For instance, here I'd like to have the credits fade in line by line. So start with the first line and then add the next. This is our grid, and I'd like to have the boxes come in at random, starting with people who are dancing the most, and I gave him some examples of people that I noticed that were dancing. This project was smaller, so this grid was pretty easy to build, but you can imagine with grids of 40 people that it takes some math. It's almost like a puzzle to put together. Then I give him different notes on how I'd like the grid to move, and each singer where I'd like them placed, when the lyrics show up, and what kind of background color I'd want. And so you can see, I just kind of walk him through how the video goes. To give it just some variety so it's not so boring, I moved the grid over here to the left, and then to the right, we highlighted pictures of our singers next to their Christmas trees. And so again, I'm just laying out for Izzy the order of the pictures and when the lyrics to show up, when those pictures can be in sync rhythmically. And then we ended this video with a Christmas tree, and it was really fun to put the singers around and to find a Christmas tree pic and a star picture on the top. And that's basically it. I wanted the choir to fade away by random after they were done singing, making sure to leave the star last. And then these are our credits.
Hey there, it's Izzy here. Several of you have recorded videos of yourself singing and then submitted them for the video choir projects that we've been working on. Have you ever wondered what happens after you submit the video? Well, here are some of the main things to know. First of all, a video choir project is actually two different projects in one. It's an audio project because we want it to sound really good, so we do a lot of work with the audio. And it's also a video project because of all the visuals that go with the audio, with the singing. So first of all, let's briefly talk about the audio. When it comes to audio, one of the challenges that we run into is that even though we have everybody clap at the beginning of their videos and we sync up the audio according to their claps, it's not perfect, it's not precise. And in a particularly difficult part of a song like this that I'm about to play for you, where the timing is changing, not everybody's in the same room singing together, so they can't hear each other, and so the timing ends up being a little bit different. Let's take a listen so you can hear. This is what it sounds like when we sync things up just according to the claps. I'll just hit the space bar and you can hear what this sounds like. Here we go.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
you can hear that it's close, but it's not perfectly in sync. So one of the things that I do is I go into individual voices, and if I need to change the timing of something, that is one of the powerful things that software allows us to do. And so for example, let's say that there's this consonant here and it's just a little bit later than what everybody else sings. And so that consonant just stands out. It's not lined up perfectly with everybody else. So what I can do is I can go like this and add a line there that kind of anchors it. And I can add a line over here, for example. Then I can add a line here. And let's say I just want to make this a little bit earlier in time. I can just click and drag and move that consonant. And if I want to have this one be a little bit later, I can move that. And so I can actually change the position in time of the individual syllables that people are singing. And then by doing that, by going one voice by one voice through the whole thing, then what happens is I can go in and make it sound a little cleaner. So let's take a listen to after. So this is after I've gone into the voices. I've done some cleaning up so that the syllables are a little bit closer together. And of course, it's not perfect, but it does sound a little bit more in sync. Let's take a listen.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
So they sound closer together as if they're singing in the same room. The video portion actually isn't as challenging as the audio. Really, it's just a matter of taking the different video clips and putting them inside of grids that we build. And so, for example, here I have a video clip. I'll put it inside this group so it's behind the grid. And then let's just reposition this. I'll move it over and let's shrink it down. I'll scale her down so she fits a little bit better inside that square. Maybe something like this. And then I have to crop it like that. And then once I have everybody's faces in place, then I like to change the color of the grid so that it's not such an obvious color, maybe something like black, something like that. And so now you can see I have a grid, so it's just a matter of rendering this out and then using it in a larger video project. Hopefully that gives you a little peek behind the scenes so that you can see the kinds of things that we do as we work on these video choir projects.